Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into finding the best international school
Hmm.
in Bali for a family with 4 children,
Okay.
which sounds like a pretty tough decision.
Yeah, it does.
So we're trying to balance, obviously, providing a quality education for the kids
Of course.
with keeping things affordable.
Right.
And we've got 6 schools on the list today.
Okay.
So those are Diatmika School, SHI Bali, Green School Bali,
Mm-hmm.
Wish School Bali, Regent School Bali,
Okay.
and Umala's Kids Club.
Yeah.
And based on just kind of like glancing through everything,
Yeah.
Diatmika School
Okay.
seems like it might be a really promising option,
Cool.
especially when we were thinking about, you know, the
Yeah.
cost for 4 kids.
Yeah.
So let's dive into Diatmika first.
Okay.
What did we find out about their quality of education?
Well, one of the things that really stood out to me about Diatmika is that they have this Cambridge Assessment International Education Accreditation.
Okay.
So
And what does that mean for the kids?
I know what that means is that they are meeting globally recognized standards.
Okay.
And so for you, with kids who may go on to attend universities all over the world,
Right.
this is a huge advantage because it makes their qualifications transferable.
Yeah.
We even saw an example of an alumnus who had graduated with an honors degree in bioinformatics
Right.
and was now working at Googleplex.
Nice.
So clearly they've got the academics down.
Yeah, that's great.
And I thought it was also telling that the director of the school actually invites families to visit and experience the school firsthand.
That's a good sign.
That shows a lot of confidence, I think, in what they're offering.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got like this strong academic foundation.
Mm-hmm.
What about facilities and extracurriculars?
Yeah, they seem to have a really well-rounded environment.
Okay.
They've got a large campus with a wide range of facilities.
Like what kind of stuff?
They have everything from sports fields and science labs to art studios
Oh, wow.
and music rooms, a library, a canteen. They've even got gardens and play areas.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive.
So they've really got it all.
Yeah, and they even have modern technology integrated into the classrooms.
Oh, cool.
Like interactive whiteboards and Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And when it comes to extracurriculars, they offer over 100 weekly after-school activities.
Wow. 100.
Yeah, for primary and middle and high school students.
Okay.
So there's things like Balinese language, rock band, origami, chess, robotics, football,
That's a lot.
all sorts of things. And some of them are free and some of them are paid.
Yeah.
But, with 4 children of varying ages and interests, I think you would definitely find something for everyone there.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
great. But the big question for a family with 4 kids
Yeah.
is
Affordability.
affordability.
Yeah.
What did we find out about tuition?
Yeah, this is where it's interesting for you.
Okay.
So their fees for the 2024-2025 school year range from around 43 million Indonesian rupiah for the youngest kindergartners all the way up to 133 million Indonesian rupiah for grade 12.
Got it.
And this is key.
Yeah.
The previous year's fee schedule mentioned a 2.5% sibling discount.
That's huge.
And this could make a real difference
For sure.
for a family like yours with 4 children.
Yeah.
It could lead to substantial savings over the years
Right.
and potentially free up funds for extracurriculars or other educational needs.
Yeah, that could be the deciding factor.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. So that's Diatmika. What about SHI Bali?
So SHI Bali uses what's called the high scope curriculum,
Okay,
and that focuses on active hands-on learning,
gotcha.
which could be a good fit if your children learn best through exploration.
Right.
They have standard facilities and a range of enrichment activities like basket weaving, computer skills, capoeira, Balinese dance, robotics.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
We couldn't access their full fee structure. And there wasn't a lot of information available about their overall reputation or student achievements.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit harder to assess their suitability for your family.
Yeah, I mean, I think transparency is really important when you're making these decisions.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what about Green School Bali?
Green School Bali.
That one sounds cool just from the name.
Yeah, so Green School Bali is really unique.
Okay.
They have this strong focus on sustainability and a really innovative learning philosophy that they call real learning.
What is real learning?
So it stands for reflective, engaged, authentic, and learning. It's
Yeah.
all about hands-on experiential learning.
Got it.
And their campus is actually built entirely out of bamboo.
Wow.
It's this award-winning campus.
That's cool.
They're WASC accredited, which is a well-regarded accreditation body.
Okay.
And they have a really good reputation for fostering creativity in their students.
That's great.
We even saw a parent testimonial that talked about that.
Oh, wow.
But their tuition fees are significantly higher.
Okay, how much higher are we talking?
So for the 2024-2025 school year, it ranges from 170 million Indonesian rupiah to 310 million Indonesian rupiah.
Wow, okay.
Plus, they have application and registration fees and various levies on top of that.
So yeah, that is quite a jump.
So it would represent a very significant financial investment
Right.
for a family with 4 children.
Okay, yeah, that might be outside of the budget for a lot of families.
Right.
Okay, what about Wish School Bali?
So unfortunately, we couldn't find any accessible information about Wish School Bali.
Okay.
So if this is a school you're considering, you'd need to do some more research.
All right, so on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Regent's School Bali?
So Regent's School Bali offers a blend of Cambridge, Australian, and Indonesian curricula.
Oh, wow, a blend.
Yeah, and they have a pretty good reputation for their arts, music, and PE programs.
Okay.
And they also offer IGCSE exams.
Mm-hmm.
However, we did come across a concerning review
Oh,
that mentioned issues with the school's administration, concerns about cost-cutting measures,
oh.
and even potential grade inflation.
Wow. Quick.
And there were also conflicting reports about the quality of their facilities.
Oh, so mixed reviews.
Yeah, and their tuition fees weren't publicly available, so
Right.
it's difficult to assess their overall value.
Right, so those are red flags.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, and lastly, what about Umala's Kids Club?
So Umala's Kids Club focuses specifically on early years education.
Okay.
They follow the British EYFS curriculum,
Gotcha.
which stands for Early Years Foundation Stage.
Gotcha.
And it's a play-based approach to learning.
Okay.
They have a really positive reputation and excellent parent feedback.
Oh, that's good.
And they offer flexible enrollment options and even a sibling discount.
Okay.
But they only cater to children aged 6 months to 6 years.
Oh, so only the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
Their price starts at 100,000 Indonesian rupiah for 2 hours to give you a sense of their cost structure.
Okay, so it seems like out of all of these options, Diet Mika is the most well-rounded.
Yeah, definitely.
So they have great academics, a wide variety of facilities and activities, and that potential for cost savings with that sibling discount.
Yeah, I mean, when we think back to your initial goal of balancing quality and affordability for 4 children, Datamika seems to really tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
Green School obviously offers a very unique and compelling educational philosophy.
Yeah.
But the cost difference is significant.
Right.
And the lack of information or the concerns we had about some of the other schools really makes Datamika stand out
Yeah, first
as
step.
the most promising option.
Awesome. Okay, so what would our final recommendation be?
I would definitely recommend delving deeper into Diatmika School.
Okay.
Verifying their current sibling discount policy, because that 2.5% could really make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would also suggest arranging a visit
Yes.
to the school to actually experience the environment firsthand.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. Awesome. So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's a final thought for you to consider.
Okay.
With so many different educational philosophies and fee structures,
Right.
what single factor is most important to you when choosing a school for your children?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, something to really think about
Yeah.
as you continue your research.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive,
It was a pleasure.
and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye.